where basically I give you some information, some energy to take throughout the rest of your day so that you can start your day on a beautiful wavelength and to basically step into your true potential for the day. Sometimes we get into a space where life happens to us, right? And I just want to remind you that life is happening for you and not to you. And today we are talking about something that a lot of people, I get a lot of questions about this: meditation. Why meditation is important, what is meditation, and most importantly, like, how do you silence your mind in order to meditate? So let's get on into it. Meditation is a moment for you to silence your mind. It's a moment for you to silence all the things that are happening around you. And it's a beautiful expression of tapping into your own divinity. It's a beautiful expression of receiving. And it is just a moment for you to allow the divine guidance to enter your space, to enter your consciousness. So let's get into like the components of meditation. Meditating requires you to be in a space of silence, not necessarily physically around you, but internally, right? So we have like thousands of thoughts every minute, right? And within that space, your brain is continuously moving and moving and moving, and you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. But let's talk about like how to silence the mind. That is one of the components of meditation. When you silence the mind, it's not necessarily telling your brain to shut off. You still experience thoughts, but your focus is on expanding the gap in between those thoughts. And what that looks like is focusing on your breath, just taking a moment, and we'll talk about breath in a second, and taking a moment to just release all of the things that you're thinking about you have to do today, all of the things that you're thinking about, you didn't get done yesterday, and, what such and such said to you, and all of these things, you can release them just in focusing on one thing. It is important to bring awareness to breath because breathing is literally alchemy. You inhale oxygen, you exhale carbon dioxide, right? So you are converting. That is what alchemy is, changing something from one state to another, right? So you are literally alchemizing as you breathe. And so we talked about yesterday that emotions are energy in motion. So you put your energy in motion through your breath. There are breath techniques that have been used to treat all types of different conditions. For example, depression, addiction, stress, post traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, migraine, headaches. My mother claims that breath work really helps when it comes to menopause and hot flashes. When you alchemize your breath, when you consciously are alchemizing your breath, you are also alchemizing your emotions. You are feeding oxygen to your cells. Your cells need three things: oxygen, water, and to eliminate waste. That is what creates a healthy cell. So if your cells are able to be fully oxygenated, because when you notice when you're stressed, when you're depressed, when you're overwhelmed, you have like short, shallow breaths, right? When you're relaxed on the beach somewhere, you don't have to worry about anything. You breathe the air in fully. Your shoulders kind of go down and not all tight and tense, and up here, right? You're relaxed. Breathing connects you to this moment. So when it comes to meditation, it is important to connect yourself to this moment. Anxiety arises when you're too focused on what could go wrong in the future. And depression happens when you are focused on what went wrong in the past. So bring yourself to this present moment and be here right now. Breathe fully. And when you breathe, allow your belly to expand. Allow that air to fully circulate through your lungs. And when you exhale out your mouth, empty out your lungs completely. Because sometimes when we breathe, there's still like remnants of oxygen left in your lungs, right? Get it out, because that is a form of release. We talked about last week that when you cry, there are little dendrites that break off and they are stored in your tears. And when you cry, you are releasing those dendrites. And basically, what that is like, Dr. B. Serious says all the time, the issue is in your tissues. This stress, this depression, the anxiety, it gets stored in your tissues. So when you cry, you are releasing that. Same thing with breath. When you exhale fully, you are releasing all of the stored up oxygen that's in your lungs, and you can alchemize it, release it, and breathe in more oxygen. And it is also a reminder of how abundant you are, right? When you breathe, there is no shortage of oxygen. When you breathe, you are fully abundant in life. There is prana living in the oxygen, charged up oxygen particles that your body feeds off of, right? So, two important components to manifestation: breath and your focus. Focus on one thing. You can focus on whatever's going on outside. Like right now, it's raining outside. I can just focus on the pitter patter of the rain. I can focus on the sound of my inhale and my exhale. I can focus on what it feels like to go inside. These are all ways that you can quiet the mind for meditation. Okay. Um, why is meditation important? A lot of times we spend a lot of energy asking, "Ugh, I just wish this could happen," or "Dear God, please give me this," right? But when you silence your mind, when you come into a space of receiving, what happens is you receive divine guidance, you receive instruction, direction, amazing ideas, downloads. So, meditation is important because it will center you and allow you to navigate through life with ease and without having to feel like you got to hustle the whole time, or you have to grind, blood, sweat, and tears. Like that energy is over with. That is an exacerbated masculine energy. We are moving into this divine feminine stage to where you get to attract, you get to allow things to flow to you. You put in a little bit of the energy, a little bit of the work, and you allow the things to flow to you. Okay. So I would like to, oh, and lastly, if you do have trouble meditating, like if you can't just sit down in a quiet room and meditate, start off with guided meditations. That is a perfect way to kind of ease your way into and facilitate space for you to get used to it. It's like a muscle. You have to do it over and over and over for you to be able to really learn how to do it. And if you're in an environment that makes you nervous, we've all lived in spaces that weren't necessarily conducive to our emotional or mental health. I know I have. I was in a space years ago dating someone, and I remember that I went down. It was when I first started learning how to meditate. I went for a meditation. I was in my bedroom, door was closed, and this particular person came home, and my heart just started pounding. I was like, "Oh my God, this is toxic. I can't do this anymore." There's no reason that literally this person whom I'm in a relationship with, whom I live with, just walks in the house and all of a sudden my heart starts to race? Absolutely not. So it's important to listen and recognize when your body is telling you something, when the universe is telling you something, and when spirit is telling you something. And I'm getting a huge, like, I'm feeling the energy that is time to do a quick meditation. So I'm going to lead you guys through a simple meditation to connect you to self and to ground you into the earth. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and play a little music while we do this. Give me just a moment. I'm going to pull up a meditation that I created. And all the meditations that I create are actually, they are actually Reiki charged. Okay. So this one specifically is to connect with your higher self. It's at 432 hertz. And it is Reiki charged with that purpose. Here we go. Welcome to Inner Idiom. Connect with your higher self. Anything you wish to create in your physical life first exists within you. So let's go inside. Okay. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly fully with air. And then out through your mouth. Let's do it again. In through your nose. Fill your belly with air. Out through your mouth. Allow this moment to be just for you. Anything else that is going on around you does not exist right now. It is just white noise in the distance. And you are here to express gratitude, to feel the presence of your higher self, your guides, for angels. They are constantly here with you, guiding you along your path. So, what I'd like you to do as you continue your full cycles of breath, plant your feet firmly on the ground and call in the energy of the earth. I call for the energy of Mother Gaia. And in that, I want you to feel her coming up through the soles of your feet, grounding you, connecting you to everything beautiful on this planet. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to feel the comfort and the nurture of Mother Gaia. Feel her warm embrace. And as you have the earth's energy shooting up from the bottoms of your feet, allow it to flow through you, hitting every one of your chakras. Your root chakra, balancing out your foundation, releasing any traumas, allowing you to feel grounded in this moment. Moving up to your sacral chakra. Embrace that feeling of your creativity, your divine feminine energy within you. Feel the nurture, the nature, and the seduction that is you. Breathe into it. Now let's let that energy move up to your solar plexus. This is your station of willpower, manifestation, action. Allow that space to light up within you. You have every ability and capability to achieve everything that it is you desire in this life. Breathe into it. Now allow that energy to move up to your heart chakra, where you express your forgiveness for anyone or anything that has harmed you. You open with infinite love. You embrace the love that is continuously shared with you from people, animals on this beautiful life that you have, and from those beyond, your guides, your angels, your creator, and your higher self. Feel the overrushing feeling of love that is showering upon you and flooding your heart chakra right now. Breathe into it. Now allow that energy to continue flowing up into your throat chakra. This is your divine space of communication, your creation box. Breathe into healthy communication between you and loved ones, between you and yourself, between you and all that is divine. Breathe into it. Allow the energy to continue up into your first eye chakra. Allow the pineal to activate. Call in the divine guidance. Call in the imagination. Call in your intuition. Breathe into it. Now allow the energy to flow to the top of your crown. This is your space to connect with all that is divine, to connect with the field, to connect to things and beings beyond yourself. Your higher self is sending you transmissions now. Allow and embrace. Now, I want you to visualize that energy from the earth that has started at the soles of your feet and traveled up your body through your chakras, every single one of them, and is now shooting out of your crown. And visualize it like arms reaching up to the divine, and pull that energy back down into your body. And create this beautiful circuit of energy flowing up the front of your body and down the back of your body. And just breathe into that for 3 cycles of breath. You are an entire universe. You are made in the image of our Creator. And in this moment, you are connected to all things. In this space, allow yourself to create and bring in the energy of whatever kind of day you wish to have. And just take a moment and visualize the day flowing just as you imagine. Beautiful. And whenever you are ready, come back into this body. Come back into this moment. Open your eyes. Express gratitude. And I bid you namaste. Thank you for joining Rising Rituals with Rae. Bring this beautiful, light encoded energy into the rest of your day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.